People born under the Gemini sign can sometimes get a reputation for being a bit, well, all over the place. But the truth is, there's a whole lot more to the Gemini personality than most people realize. Here are 21 core traits of the Gemini personality that explain them perfectly. 1. Gemini tries to avoid unnecessary conflict. They're not a fan of pointless drama, and when possible will simply walk away from a tense situation before things get too heated. They've got more important things to focus on, and they'd much rather just get on with their life. 2. They try to be a pacifist, but if you back them into a corner and leave them no other option, they won't hesitate to put you in your place. They're not afraid to stand up for themselves and can be quite cutting with their words when they are angry. 3. Gemini is a fiercely loyal ally. Whether it's friends, family, or a lover, the Gemini tends to stick by people once they have committed to someone. They can be picky about who they give their trust to, but those who have earned it will have an ally in Gemini for life. 4. The Gemini mind is constantly racing. If they seem preoccupied, it's likely because they are contemplating all sorts of crazy ideas. They sometimes suffer from shiny object syndrome and can find it hard to stick to any one thing for too long. 5. Gemini is extremely independent and can't be controlled. They have a self-reliant nature and prefer to forge their own path in life rather than live in someone else's shadow. They need the freedom to live life on their own terms, and if you try to control them or box them in, then they will be quick to distance themselves from you. 6. Gemini is observant as hell. They are highly intelligent and constantly taking notes in their head about everything and anything. They are natural investigators with a knack for figuring out the truth. Never underestimate their ability to get to the bottom of things. 7. Gemini can be an outrageous flirt at times. Don't be surprised if you catch them flirting with everyone in the room. They can't help it, and half the time they don't even realize they are doing it. They're just naturally friendly people who have a real way with words. 8. Gemini has no patience for overly critical people that do nothing but complain. The last thing they need is to be around naysayers who insist on poking holes in absolutely everything. If you sound like a broken record, just whining about the same things over and over again, then they will get bored and find somebody else to hang with. 9. Gemini is drawn to people who can stimulate their mind. If you have witty banter, interesting stories, and an ability to make them laugh, then they will never want to leave your side. They love it when they find someone that's on their wavelength that they can bounce ideas off of. 10. Gemini is not afraid to tell you exactly what they think. They have a lot of opinions, and you better believe that they are going to share them with the world. They're the kinds of people that will tell you exactly what is on their mind, without any kind of filter, even if it's not pretty. 11. Gemini is a supportive and encouraging friend. When one of their friends or loved ones has a problem, the Gemini picks up on it instinctively and goes out of their way to make sure that they are okay. They always know exactly what to say to make someone feel better and are great at giving advice that is actually helpful. 12. Gemini can be a bit of a weirdo. They're known to be random, unpredictable, and downright strange at times, leaving others perplexed and wondering just what the hell it is that they're going to do next. They aren't big fans of anything dull and prefer to constantly mix things up and go against the grain. One thing is for sure, with Gemini around, you will never be bored. 13. Gemini is a smooth talker. They are extremely articulate and surprisingly persuasive when they want to be. They have an uncanny ability to talk someone into just about anything, and can even make them think that it was their own idea in the first place. 14. Gemini is restless and always on the go. They don't like to stay in any one place for too long, and are always running off to go on some kind of mission. They constantly crave new experiences, and can feel suffocated by too much repetition and routine. 15. Gemini soaks up knowledge like a sponge. They are extremely curious creatures who can't help but be inquisitive about practically everything. When something piques their interest, they can become obsessed and feel the need to learn absolutely everything about it. 16. Gemini can experience extreme emotions. They are known for having intense highs and lows, and sometimes their mood can change out of nowhere. When they are feeling good, they feel as though they are on top of the world. But when they are down, it can be so severe that it leaves them feeling totally emotionally exhausted. 17. Gemini can be guarded and reluctant to open up. They love to talk and to be social, but if you bring up something that's too personal, then they may suddenly put up a wall and avoid the topic altogether. Sometimes they can get a bit defensive, particularly if they aren't sure if they can trust you yet. 18. Gemini can take their time to commit to a relationship, but when they do, they go all in. They're just not the type of people who can go bouncing from one relationship to the next, as they can be reluctant to commit to anything serious. But when they do finally take the plunge, they make sure to give it everything that they've got. They tend to be very all-or-nothing kinds of lovers, and once they commit, they are an incredibly loyal partner. 19. Gemini has a wild and adventurous spirit. When it comes to their career, hobbies, love life, or anything else for that matter, the Gemini likes to be adventurous in everything that they do. They like to take the scenic route in life and are almost always up for doing something a bit crazy. 20. Gemini has a wickedly sarcastic sense of humor. They are well known for their sharp wit and extremely dry sense of humor. Their jokes may fly right over the heads of some, but those that can actually keep up with their train of thought often find them hilarious. 21. Gemini is adaptable and able to roll with the punches. They are by far one of the most versatile and adaptable personalities in all of the zodiac, and they can adjust to new surroundings and circumstances a lot faster than many of the other signs. They have a way of going with the flow no matter what life throws at them.